A man discovered a completely naked woman deep in the forest, unaware that her feet were actually bird claws. However, the boy saw this scene clearly. Unexpectedly, the female demon suddenly turned her head, as if warning him not to do anything bad. Those red eyes scared the boy out of his wits. It wasn't until the two completely disappeared into the water that the boy hurriedly prayed to the gods. Suddenly, a girl appeared in front of him, pulling him out of his fright. The girl's name was Irati. This was their first encounter. At this moment, the boy had no idea that this wild girl teasing him would completely change his destiny in the future. In the blink of an eye, 15 years passed. The boy from back then had already returned from his trials. On his way back, he encountered Irati again. At this time, he was surrounded by several big men. Noah, who couldn't stand by and watch injustice, revealed his identity as the future lord and ordered the men to let Irati go. Watching Irati's panicked figure flee, Noah felt a sense of déjà vu. But right now, returning to inherit the position of lord was the main task at hand. However, when he returned to his territory, he discovered that inheriting the position wasn't as simple as he thought. His grandfather had been seriously ill for a long time, and power had long fallen into Oliver's hands. Seeing his grandson return, the old lord could finally pass away. Before his death, he specifically instructed Noah to bury his father and himself together. To fulfill the old lord's last wish, people had to go and relocate Noah's father's remains. But just as they were about to open the tombstone, the tribes which suddenly appeared to stop them, saying that doing so would bring terrible consequences. However, the people only thought the witch was talking nonsense and opened the tomb without hesitation. From then on, strange things began to happen. When the coffin from underground was lifted out, Noah, who was walking at the very back, suddenly saw something terrifying. And then, the scene inside the coffin left everyone stunned. It turned out that what lay inside was not human remains. Seeing this, Oliver began to make a big fuss, saying that the Lord was the incarnation of a demon, so Noah's bloodline was impure and he had no right to inherit the position of Lord. Faced with pressure from all sides, the bishop could only give Noah 7 days to find his father's remains, otherwise he would have to pass the position of Lord to Oliver. At a loss, Noah could only ask the witch about the whereabouts of his father's remains. Only then did he learn about a little-known past event. His father had made some kind of deal with the mother of the forest back then, and his remains were now with her. If he wanted to find the mother of the forest, the witch's adopted daughter Irati could guide him. However, this conversation was overheard by a woman outside the window, who immediately sold the information to Oliver. The greedy Oliver immediately sent someone to follow Noah, hoping to take the opportunity to discover the rumored treasure. Early the next day, Noah and Irati entered the forest. Irati wanted to catch up with him, but she didn't expect him to be so arrogant. But then, they encountered a problem. Noah's horse refused to go any further, seeming to be very resistant to the stream water. He didn't know why this was the case, but Irati could read the horse's fear. She said that the stream was once filled with the tears of female demons, but they had disappeared without a trace because Oliver had brought people to overlog the area. Noah couldn't help but think of the female demon he had seen 15 years ago. Those red eyes were unforgettable for him. At this moment, he was amazed to find that after Irati's reassurance, the horse actually obediently